In this video, we're going to be giving you an update on Rose and Big Ed. What have the pair been up to since they last appeared on our screens? Fights on social media, money drama, accusations of fraud, and a whole lot of scandal. Buckle up, because this gets messy.
I'm a carnivore.
Big Ed and Rose were one of the most infamous and mismatched couples of all time. Rose was a 23-year-old single mother from the Philippines. Ed was a 54-year-old divorcee with a daughter 6 years older than Rose. Fans rallied behind Rose when it became apparent that Ed, who wasn't exactly much of a looker himself, was critical of her appearance, her smell, and her home. There were many, and I mean many, cringeworthy, awkward scenes between the pair of them.
Don't be mad at me, but last night when I noticed that your legs were kind of like mine, they were hairy.
What?
Yeah.
So awkward. But to her credit, Rose handled all of it remarkably well, and since filming for the show ended, she's taken all of that negativity and used it to give herself a massive confidence boost. She recently revealed a new look, and boy does she look completely different. Talk about a glow up. Speaking about the transformation, Rose revealed that even before meeting Ed, her self-confidence had hit rock bottom. She explained in a video that she'd spent so long looking after and helping others, her elderly father, her sister, and then of course her son Prince, that in the process she'd sadly neglected to look after herself. She said, quote, "I came to the point where I saw myself in the mirror and I realised that I look very different. I'm so skinny, I look haggard, my hair is a mess." That was when she realised that it was time to take care of herself some more. The speculation online is that, unlike some of her plastic surgery loving 90 Day Fiancé co-stars, Rose's new look is all natural, with a little help from hair dye, teeth whitening and grooming, and perhaps a little Botox if certain doctors are to be believed. But Rose's appearance isn't the only thing that's blossomed. Remember the scenes of Ed struggling to come to grips with Rose's house?
Here.
Like this? She doesn't have a bed. She has a little mattress pad that she rolls out. She basically sleeps on the floor. I cannot believe I'm here. I really can't believe I'm here.
This is my home. This is my life. This is my ordinary life.
As hilarious as it was watching Ed in the Philippines, it's Rose who's now laughing all the way to the bank. Let me explain. She's currently in the middle of renovating her house, turning the former rundown one-bedroom place in Manila into a 3-story home. Rose's son Prince is also going to finally get his own bedroom, and the family will no longer be showering with buckets. But how has she been able to fund this renovation? We all know that 90 Day Fiancé stars don't get paid a lot. In fact, in Rose's case, she didn't get paid at all for appearing on the show. Due to the nature of the work visa, TLC are only allowed to pay the US citizen. But apparently, they gave Big Ed extra cash and gave him the option to share some of that with Rose. Unfortunately, Ed chose not to share it. Rose uploaded an Instagram story criticising Ed for embarrassing her on the show, and she also revealed that he didn't give her a dime for her time on the show.
How dare you to make me embarrassed in front of million people? He did not even give me a penny. Or lies.
Now, if you'd like to know more about how the payment, or lack thereof, works on the show, I've got a video that goes into a whole lot more detail and uncovers some pretty shady practices, and kind of secrets that the producers don't want you to know. I'll leave a link to that in the description below and also at the end of the video. But as far as Rose and Big Ed are concerned, the revelations about Ed's behaviour get worse. You see, Rose accused him of asking her to get naked on screen for money when they were once on a video call.
And so Ed said, well, get naked now and I will pay you. Get naked in front of me, do it now, and I will send you money.
Ed denies the accusations, but this isn't the first time that he's been accused of behaving inappropriately towards women. A former co-worker of his uploaded a TikTok video sensationally claiming that she'd been sexually harassed by Ed when they worked together. Apparently, his first words to her when they met were, quote, "Wow, I'm so glad you're hot. I wouldn't want to look at someone ugly all day." Lorelei Clemens, who goes by the TikTok username Lauda Keat, also alleged that Big Ed put her in an arm lock later that same day, and she says that she experienced 9 months of harassment at his hands. Ed hasn't commented or responded to any of those accusations. Now, going back to Rose and her money situation, the way that she's been able to pay for her new home has been with the help of her social media. You see, with over 580,000 Instagram followers and 640,000 YouTube subscribers, Rose is definitely getting paid well for any sponsored posts that she does. And looking through her feeds, she does seem to do quite a few. You certainly can't blame her for trying to make some money, and there's no doubt that she's got a very supportive fan base. She's also been able to capitalise on her personal brand to launch her own line of merchandise called Rose Vega. And with all the fame and media attention that she's had from the show, it's allowed her to collaborate with and in turn herself become one of the biggest Filipino social media influencers. All this while still only 25 years old. But that's not to say that it's been all smooth sailing, however. Rose has certainly had some criticism and backlash for some of the merchandise that she's sold. One particular bracelet came with the promise that proceeds from the sale would go towards supporting women's charities, particularly in the Philippines and Thailand. Unfortunately, however, many of her fans were very unhappy with the price and the quality of the bracelets, and they also asked to see proof that the money was indeed going to charity and not into Rose's own pockets. Shortly after the criticism, the site seems to have been taken down. But of course, as suspicious as this might appear, there's absolutely no proof of any wrongdoing. So these are just unproven allegations, and we'll take Rose's word that the money was indeed given to charity. In recent months, Rose has been spotted filming with camera crews, sparking rumours that she might be filming for a reunion or a 90-day spin-off show. But one thing's definitely for sure, she will not be getting back with Big Ed, regardless of any articles you may have seen. You see, Rose is still very angry with Ed and has not forgiven him for the explosive manner in which he revealed to the world that she was bisexual and that she was dating a woman by the name of Edgey.
What is this, Rose? Please tell me what this is.
Okay, what is going on?
Rose has been in a relationship with a girl since we left Palau.
Now, for her part, Rose hasn't always been exactly truthful about the romance. She initially denied it before admitting it, and then later saying that she and her partner had broken up. But fans then spotted what looked like an engagement ring, sparking rumours that Edgey had popped the question and Rose had said yes. Rose denied these rumours. However, Edgey then posted a picture of the two of them at a pool with her male cousin. In the picture, Rose's hand is clearly on Edgey's leg. The caption is rather confusing, but it translates to, quote, "with my 2 girlfriends." So we're not quite sure what the situation is there and whether or not they are indeed together or if they're not. But Rose has been quite vocal about her desire to find her, quote, "ideal man." So by the looks of it, she's back on the market and looking for her Mr. or maybe Mrs. Right. And good luck to her. So what about Big Ed? What's he up to these days? Well, much like Rose and her makeover, Ed is taking some steps towards looking better himself. He's posted lots of clips and photos of himself at the gym working out, and while he's certainly not back to his old physique from his younger years just yet, and yes, that photo really is him, the fact that his daughter Tiffany is a personal trainer and willing to help him is definitely a positive sign. As you probably recall, Tiffany and Ed's relationship has had some ups and downs, and you've got to feel for Tiffany seeing her dad making a public spectacle of himself in the way that he did. That couldn't have been easy for any daughter to watch, especially when she found herself getting dragged into it for all the wrong reasons.
I was ready. I miss Rose. I love Rose. I was ready to give up everything. My daughter, I was ready to give up my daughter. I had already repaired that relationship with Tiffany. But I had...
It sucks. I mean, I'm his only daughter, and he's willing to jeopardize our relationship Again.
The good news is, however, that they are back on track and the father and daughter spent time together over Christmas. Family is clearly very important to Ed. He lives with his mum, who, fun fact, his mum is actually Mexican. So yeah, Ed is half Mexican. And the good news is, his mum is now in charge of his hair care, so no more mayonnaise. All in all, his transformation efforts do seem to be working somewhat, and certain fans have gone as far as to call him, quote, Silver Fox. I mean, each to their own, but who am I to judge? Another part of his transformation is the tattoo he's had done of, wait for it, his own face. Let me explain. So, Ed's merchandise brand, called Big Ed Wear, sells t-shirts, mugs, and a range of different apparel. The logo for the brand is a cartoon version of Ed's face. Well, it turned out that Ed liked the logo so much that he decided to get it inked on his leg. Kinda strange, but yeah, given what else he does for money, especially with his wacky cameos that he charges $100 a video for, the tattoo shouldn't really come as a surprise to any of us. He's also come in for some criticism for his marketing of his Big Ed Wear brand, in particular for capitalising on Veterans Day. Ed posted a black and white image of an American flag and captioned it, quote, "Veterans, thank you for your service." But then, controversially, he tagged the post with his brand, and disgusted fans didn't like that, commenting saying it was extremely poor taste to use Veterans Day to promote his business. He's since deleted the tag, but the comments remain. As for his relationship situation, one lady in particular has been linked with him romantically more than once, and her name is Diane Choi. Pictures and videos of Ed and Diane have been shared on social media, and Ed has fueled the flames with cryptic captions like, quote, "She said yes." Now, a lot of people do think that this could just be a marketing strategy on Ed's part to try and garner some extra attention for his Big Ed Wear brand. And the fact that apparently Diane is a model and Ed is a photographer kind of supports that. But who knows? I mean, he certainly has a history of pursuing younger ladies. And look, her name and photos of them together do keep cropping up. So yeah, I guess watch this space. As unbelievable as it might seem, I guess stranger things have happened, maybe, perhaps? Well, one thing's for sure, this isn't the last we'll be seeing of either Big Ed or Rose. There's a pretty high likelihood that they'll be on a 90-day spin-off sometime soon. And hey, if you've made it this far to the end of the video, do me a favour, take 2 seconds to show your support by hitting that like button, and if you're not already subscribed, hit the subscribe button for lots more 90 Day Fiancé videos. You'll definitely want to check out the secrets 90 Day Fiancé producers don't want you to know, and that video is on screen now. Thanks for watching, catch you on the next video.